As elected officials and appointed officials in law enforcement, I think you would agree with me, our number one responsibility is public safety.
Most people don't understand. If you show up at the border at a legal point of entry, a port of entry, all you have to do is say, I'm seeking asylum. They make no determination at the border. They give you a piece of paper and say, you need to come, you're going to show up for a hearing, and we'll see whether your claim for asylum is founded in the law and fact and reality, and whether you can seek political asylum here in America. And those dates have typically been 2 or 3 years, and now they're more than that away, and they're released.
If they had done something, what they should have done, my wife, Peggy, would have been still here with me today. So he got a life sentence plus 109 years on top of it without the possible of parole. With these other killings from illegal immigrants coming across the border, and I see it all the time, every day almost on the news, my heart breaks. I got to relive the pain, and a lot of times I have to change a channel.
Not too long ago, just a few months ago, we found a Mexican cartel safe house in Paynesville, Ohio. 2 miles from the jail?
Less than that.
Less than that. So the drug problem, the drugs that we're receiving are coming up from illegal aliens into Lake County. And they may be manufactured in China, but they're coming through Mexico and they're coming up here. And it's the illegal aliens that are bringing them. And so if you don't think you have the drug cartels in your community, you're wrong. It's there. It's everywhere.
For us, I think it's a pretty wide range of activity. You know, we're a large retail center. We've seen crime from illegals increase at the retail level. We're seeing increased drug activity running through our city. Just in the last couple of weeks, we've had some major drug arrests along Route 2 and Interstate 90.
We're not doing is when we remove these individuals who are trafficking folks, they're bringing them here, they're essentially indentured servants, if you will. We're letting them go, and the only human being that trafficking victim knows is that individual. So the desire, even if we get the victim into safety, they're going to run back to that trafficker. But if that trafficker is detained in a larger facility, or we are detaining them on the basis of state funding, they don't have that opportunity to run back to them.
There is a perception that most of the human trafficking by the community at large is street trafficking. And we are finding that the cartels have moved in, and this is becoming such an organized criminal activity that is going on. It is a business. We all know the motivation there is profit, nothing more. They consider the individuals that they are trafficking as a product and not an individual.
The question was, in case you didn't hear, is about sanctuary cities. I was under the impression, and I will defer to the expert here, that it was not legal for Ohio to have a sanctuary city. Do you?
Well, I don't think it's constitutional under Arizona versus United States. I candidly would love to see a law that preempts home rule in that matter and imposes a duty to for local law enforcement certified by the state of Ohio to cooperate with immigration authorities.
Prosecutor Colson and I have worked together and tried to get out the message that to achieve really a safe, secure environment in our cities is you need a strong police department, you need a strong prosecutor's office, and a strong court system. The problem today is funding 3 of those areas. And when you look at state funding that comes, state funding goes to parks, to this, to all these feel-good issues that get votes, but it doesn't go to the right places to strengthen up law enforcement.
What supports do local law enforcement have, you know? And I think what we're doing as law enforcement leaders, what we're looking for as law enforcement leaders around Ohio and around the country is what can, you know, the state of Ohio do to support us to be able to do our jobs.
Very as specific as possible recommendations for how we can help you with how we spend our money in helping the court system, the prosecutors' offices, police departments, and sheriff's offices, and so on, so that we can make good decisions, because that's something, that's a dial that we can tweak